Push the red button. What? Whoa.
Whoa! So the Burrows.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the How's It Going podcast, episode number 47.
Let's go.
I apologise. I haven't been here for the last, 2 weeks?
No, you're not sorry, Liam.
I'm very sorry.
No, you're
and
not.
I've been doing other
No, you're
jobs. What do you mean?
It's been doing baking.
I have not been baking. I've been doing other things. But anyway, we're back with a absolutely mega special episode for you.
It's not really.
Top notch. We're going to be doing it about because today is officially the anniversary of lockdown.
You say that as if it's a good thing.
Yay!
Well, as of us making this video, it'll probably be out on the 24th. So us doing
23rd.
Yeah.
The day we're making this, it is the anniversary of lockdown. So think
Said
about
that
it.
once.
I know, but a year ago today, we gone into lockdown. Imagine how happy you felt.
Jesus, right. Okay, we're gonna look back at some good moments of lockdown. All right. Anyway, Liam, did you have any other questions for us?
I'm
not editing. I'm not editing any of that. That was literally all I had. I'm not editing any of that.
Well, I've got a question for any of yous. What was your first thoughts about lockdown? Like,
I was dead excited. You know, I was dead excited. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna stay in my house nonstop. I'm gonna play Xbox. And then I come to realize that I can't actually go see my mates. I'm literally just sat living with the same people. I mean, like seeing the same people every single day, and it's just like, no, not if you think about it, it's not good. It's not good at all.
What are you, Owen?
Oh, well, I mean, I remember when me and Luke did it like a. Or was it all three of us? I can't remember. We all watched it live. The announcement, didn't we? And we're like,
on Discord.
I remember I was saying to Luke, I was coming up with all these like theories saying the army were going to come in and we were all going to get policed by the army because people would rebel against lockdown and stuff. And I was really worried. Because I thought it was going to be like World War II all over again.
World War II all started with COVID.
No, but they have said, I watched it news today, they said, this has been the worst national crisis since World War II.
Yeah.
That's very true.
And today, on this day, they're talking about marking it as National COVID Memorial Day, where they remember everyone who's died during COVID, like during the pandemic all over the world.
How many deaths has there been altogether? Isn't it like over 2 million?
120. Oh, worldwide, or I think it's about 2 million. Yeah.
Worldwide deaths due to COVID. 124 million cases, 2.7 million deaths. That's mad, that. 2.7 million.
Well, I mean, it is, don't get me wrong, it's bad, but compared to
the Spanish flu, that killed 60 million?
That killed 3 million people in Europe alone.
Yeah, that was between 30 and 60 million people. Like, jeez.
I mean, how many people were killed in 80 million people were killed in World War II?
Bloody hell.
Jeez.
I know that. It's between 80 and 70 million people. I'm pretty sure, or 80 and 90. But they're on about building a big statue in the center of London, outside Parliament.
Yeah.
On that main road. They're going to build a big statue commemorating everyone who, like the unnamed soldier, that kind of a statue.
All right. I bet you if they do that, some knobhead's going to come and vandalise it. Or we'll doing a protest.
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah. Probably. Well, they'll say something like COVID's not real.
Yeah, the Spanish flu.
I don't get that when people say COVID's not real. It's all around you. How do you not process that?
Believe me, coronavirus is real.
Like, Liam's at it. How can you not process that?
Believe me, it is real.
Jesus.
The Spanish flu killed 20 million to 50 million people. They don't really know.
It was 60 million.
It's a rough estimate according to Microsoft Bing.
I'm going to say 60 million. That's well high.
I thought it was 60. That might have been
That's well high.
I don't know.
The Spanish flu infected around 500 million people, about a quarter of the world's population. So the
Bloody
20
hell.
to 50 million people that died, it was a very sort of big estimate because some people died, some people
I want to
lived.
ask a question. So let's look, because instead of looking back, right, because we all know what's happened with
Let's
lockdown and
look
COVID and all that.
forward. Yay.
Why don't we say today, but in a year's time, what do you think life will be like now?
COVID will still be around,
Mm.
but obviously not as bad because we've got the vaccine now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like,
It's going to be a case of 90% of the restrictions will have been lifted by then, definitely. There might have been one. There might be one or two things.
I do genuinely think that things like masks on
In
buses
shops.
and in shops,
In buses and
are gonna
shops,
be-
then that's fair enough.
in like big areas like airports,
Yeah,
shopping
airports, yeah,
centres,
definitely.
train
stations.
stations,
Yeah.
just big public areas, like not in events. There won't be in like live events and stuff.
Yeah, because everyone will have to get vaccinated to get in there anyway, won't they? Or they'll have to be.
Yeah, but it'll just be
negative.
if you'll have to have we'll all have to have the vaccine if you want to return back to normality.
Yeah, if you want to go abroad and stuff.
But we won't see it like it is now. Like everything will be pretty much back to normal, probably apart from
Wearing
apart
masks.
from having a test, getting a vaccine,
And then wearing masks in some places.
and maybe wearing a mask in an airport.
Well, they're on about like by the 21st of I think it's June, removing nearly all restrictions, including distancing and all that.
Distancing will stop.
I thought distancing would carry on for a while, but I don't know.
No, because I mean it's really affecting people's jobs in it. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Imagine if you work in a tattoo shop, for example. How are you supposed to?
You gotta stand 2 meters like that, leaning over, just trying to do a tattoo on someone's arm.
Oh damn! I missed.
Sorry, mate, I've ruined it.
I think they've got
That's £200, please.
You wanted a semicolon, now it's a comma.
I think now they've got to look at it though. They've got to definitely be prepared. You know, if anything else like this happens again.
I don't think.
Oh yeah.
They weren't prepared last time, but they've got to have something ready.
They thought as medicine got so good that we wouldn't even have to worry. Like that's why they didn't even worry about things like Ebola when there were the Ebola outbreak. I do remember though. I remember a woman when Ebola was kicking off, like it's really bad. She came back, didn't she? And she
America. I think it were America one. It won, not England.
No, it was one here.
I thought it were America.
She had Ebola, and they quarantined her. I don't know how. I think
I think I saw a video on it. I think they put her in a hospital bed surrounded by those curtain things that you seen like.
I remember seeing a picture and she were in a plastic room, so they lined all the walls with plastic, and she was sat there, and I think she agreed for him to try and treat her because she was like a doctor or something, but she did have Ebola. And they managed to treat her and got rid of it. But I do remember everyone got really scared because they thought there was going to be an Ebola outbreak.
In America, there's been 11 people treated for Ebola. In America, I think
Ebola's different because it's not an airborne disease. You can only get it through like blood on blood, or you know what I mean, that sort of
STDs
stuff,
and that.
Like bodily fluids and that. That's the only way you can transmit Ebola. You can't. My dog's barking. You can't
Dog, shut up.
Shut up, man.
Shut up.
Hey. Yeah, you can't just transmit Ebola like you can COVID. So that's why it was never really a worry.
It was still a worry, but
and it were easier treatable because I think it's a bacteria disease.
Yeah, you just treat it like not antibacterial, like antibiotics.
Antibac gel.
Antibacterial gel.
Just whack some gel on it, be fine.
Liam, hit us with another question.
If you look at us about a year and a half ago, did you really think? I'm not saying a year ago today. I'll say a year ago today. Did you really think we'd end up like this? With
What do
you
you mean,
like,
on a Zoom call?
no, I don't mean like looking at, on a Zoom call
what
like
the
this, but
restrictions and
like
stuff
what
like
the
that.
restrictions are. We've gone into what 3 lockdowns now. Do you
If-
really think that
If
we'd
you,
end up like
if
this?
you were asking me this in the first wave, then no, because I thought it was gonna last a while, because obviously
Well, I mean,
people were saying there was this massive wave that were, it were ever growing. So I don't know. I lost a bit of hope.
Yeah, but it did pretty much stop around like August because
It stopped when kids were off school, and then when they went back to school, they went up again.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like not so much now because we have the vaccine, but back when we didn't even know. We thought last year that this year would have been when we got the vaccine, like round about now.
Yeah,
they were like, we're not going to get a vaccine for ages. But I mean, look how quickly we did get a vaccine, and there's like 6 of them in there.
Something like that.
Apparently
there's new variants.
Vaccines.
Apparently, there's new variants coming in.
There's new variants all
Vaccines?
the time.
No, of COVID.
All right. Yeah. Well, if you look at last time, one of the reasons we went off on that lockdown in January was because of a new variant that was coming and infecting loads of people.
Thing is, the second lockdown, if you could even call it a lockdown, that wasn't even like helpful in my opinion, because kids still went to school, which was a bit weird. Like, if it's a national lockdown, then
I do
was
think
it a national lockdown? The second one?
No. No, not national, because
did it affect our area?
It were different in different areas.
Did it affect our area? System. I swear our area was like the worst one.
The second national lockdown was when they had the tier system.
I don't get why kids went to school in the second lockdown. There was literally like no need for that.
Well, I mean, I think you can't keep schools shut because you're going to ruin people's lives. You're going to ruin like kids' lives if you keep schools shut. Learning. I mean, we got away with it because we're in year 11.
We were in year 10 at the time.
No, year 10 at the time, but now in year 11. But last year we got away with it. We didn't really have to worry. Yeah, they thought we were going to do his exams, but I mean, everybody knew anyway, that they weren't going to do exams. There was just no way.
They won't.
We're lucky because if it wasn't for this lockdown that's just recently been, we would have been doing GCSEs as normal.
And we were on like a Discord call when Boris basically said that we
all went on a Discord call and all started screaming down the mic.
I remember like, cause I started shouting and my mum was like, "Why are you shouting that?" And I went, "GCSEs are cancelled." Way. But
I count myself
we
very
got away
lucky.
with it. Imagine if you were a parent and your son or daughter or whatever was in reception. Imagine how bad that'd be, because they've got to learn how to read and write.
They've basically taken a year off. Like,
it's harder when you're older because you don't see point in it. But when you're younger, you just do it and not think out about it.
Yeah,
but that's bad. The younger years in primaries were bad, so that's why you couldn't keep schools shut, because you're gonna obviously affect generations of kids. That's what they're saying about us. They're saying that we've been affected like really bad, but I don't think we've been hit really bad.
Well,
I mean,
we kind of have.
A-level kids probably.
We kind of have, but then again, we haven't.
Probably.
In one hand, we have because we've taken a year off in one of our most important years of our life. Second hand, we're not doing GCSEs, and it's a bit easier for us.
Yeah, but the majority of our year are going to go on to do A levels.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of jobs going.
Well, I mean, nowhere wants to employ people because they've lost so much money. So why would you want to employ people?
Yeah, people will be staying on for sixth form and stuff like that.
I know. In our school, when we got told that 3/4 of our year was staying back, didn't we?
I'm glad I got a place. Apparently,
lucky we all got a place,
Apparently, some people didn't get a place due to popular demand. I'm like,
I've got my letter over in the corner. I've still got my letter with me somewhere.
I've got my letter.
I've not heard anyone in our school not getting.
No, if you wanted a place, they'd give you one.
I know. I tried to apply for other schools, and they were like, "No, we don't want you." But,
go away.
Oh yeah, you were telling me. Well, I was thinking
really, shut up, man.
Well, Me and Owen were thinking about college, but then my mum actually explained to me about the courses because I wanted to do music at Bradford College, and she actually explained to me what the courses were.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, nah, it's not for me because it was like playing
No.
instruments. I want to do production.
Yeah, well, there's a variety of things at our school. I mean,
There's a lot of things.
very limited. Like the music room's 10 out of 10, but
No. To be fair, they've got good music equipment. I'll give them that. They've got a very good piano.
the drum set's falling apart.
Yeah, but
What are
I
you
don't play
talking
the
about?
drum. We're talking about music.
Some of the cymbals are held together with tape. I'm not joking you either.
What in the music room in our
in the drum
school?
room.
Hmm.
Liam, do you have another question?
I don't right now, but I think you can ask a question, Luke. We've all,
Jeez,
yeah.
you're asking a lot from me there.
Oh.
Well, because I was trying to think how to word this. In a way, this year's flown by. Well, not this year. I mean, like a year since the lockdown, it's flown by, and then it hasn't. Like, what's your thoughts on that? Like, how do you think it's been?
Yeah, I'm flown by.
I think it has me
For us,
personally.
I think for us it has because we had
Bro.
something to focus on.
Bro,
We
summer
had this to
flew
focus on.
by so fast.
Oh, even you have to admit, even though we're in lockdown, that summer was still good.
That was so
It's
sick.
still a good summer.
Even though it won't.
Me and Luke had a laugh that summer.
Literally,
We
went
had
out,
a laugh that summer.
we went out nearly every day. I went out with Liam, bloody walking up canal every day.
Well, we
Yeah.
went out when we were allowed,
Yeah, obviously.
and when me and Luke went out, we
As
used
soon
to play football
on the-
from about 9 o'clock in the morning till about 7, 6 or something.
Those
Everyone
were
Every
else-
the days.
day for about 3-4 months.
Those
I
were
remember
the
when I
days.
was first allowed out, when I first met Luke, and we were just sat playing
Bro,
football at cricket club.
literally, the first day where Boris says you can meet one of your mates, my mum was all over that. I'm like, Mum, I'm going to meet Liam. She's like, right, do you know what distance 2 meter is? I'm like, yes. She's like, right, it's from here to there, and you do not cross that line. I'm like, oh, God.
You got to keep a tiger apart.
Yeah, you got to keep 3 sausage pepperoni pizzas apart. Well, like that was a step in the right direction because then people can actually go see the mate. So,
Well, I mean, I think we are coming out of the COVID era.
we're on the
now.
back end of it. There's still quite a kind of a while ago, but we're on a good end of it now because we've actually got hope.
I'd say June, like they've predicted. I'd say June time.
At the latest, around September.
Because after then, what are you going to do? I mean, look at all the protests that are happening about anti-lockdowners and anti-COVID people and that. Like, you can't keep putting people in and out of lockdown because you're going to end up with riots. And
I know,
people
which is
saying
why-
that that's why they say COVID's not real because they keep changing their mind about it.
Go to work. Don't
If it
go
were
to
re- if
work.
it-
Stay at home. Don't stay at home.
Like, from their point of view, they're saying if COVID's real and that, surely you would have, you're the government. How have you not got a plan for this? You've got plans for invasions and war and stuff like that.
Got plans for
But yet
zombie
you don't-
outbreaks.
Exactly, but yet you don't have a plan for a pandemic. I mean,
I know.
look at things like the Spanish flu. That were only 100 years ago, and that's not a long time, is it?
Yeah, but
No.
their technology then was like what, cleaning it with a tissue.
Yeah,
It's
but
like-
I'm saying,
a wet paper towel
in
on it.
terms of
wet
time,
paper towel.
like,
Go back to your lesson.
things are still documented and like things are still figured out. You think, all right, we probably shouldn't put all these people in one room if there's this really horrible virus going around. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're
I can
going to have a
understand
big
why
plan,
they
aren't
say
they?
that. I can understand why people can say that, as in like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you sending kids
I
back to
think-
school when they're one of the main reasons why it's spreading?
I
I can
genuinely
understand that.
think that the planet now, a lot of people are going to take notice of hygiene, like the environment, because it's pretty much confirmed it came from an animal. And why did it come from an
Yeah,
animal?
but there's a lot of
Apparently,
theories.
it come from bats, and then it said they come from the fish market, like fish.
Like, well, yeah, they
I
said
thought it came from fish. 'Cause
bats,
it's like having pneumonia.
but people said it came from a lab, didn't they?
Well, that's one of
people are
theories.
saying it's come from a lab because they're trying to reduce the population.
Bioweapons, bro.
Hmm.
I tell you.
I don't know, but I mean, go on.
Well, even if like we slowly start coming out of restrictions, there always can be a lockdown on the horizon. Like,
Please don't say that.
No, they're not
I'm
gonna
not
hesitate,
jinxing
are they?
it.
Oh,
Don't go there again.
I'm not jinxing it. I'm just saying, like, they can, like I said, they're not afraid to hold the brakes or whatever the saying is.
Obviously, you never
Like-
know. We could have another lockdown tomorrow. Like you literally, it's as people say it every day. It's like it's confusing times. Like no one actually has an idea of what's going to happen.
You sort of some idea. You have the plan to go off, but like I said, the plan can change at any moment whenever they feel
plans
necessary.
can change so easily.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, you have to eventually go back to normal.
Mm.
And it's not like a war. It's not like a war where you physically cannot stop until things ended. Like with this, there's going to be a time where they're going to go, look, COVID's about, watch out, keep clean. And we're sorry. They're going to have to say, I'm sorry if you contract
If you
COVID.
get it, if you get it, we're
But
sorry.
here's a
That was one of the
vaccine. We can
theories. You let everyone get it, and they either recover and you can do your best they can to help you, or they suddenly pass away. That was one of the theories that they had.
Well, it's called herd immunity, that, innit?
Yeah, everyone has
Herd
it,
immunity.
and you all become.
That's what they
immune
are
to it.
trying to do. That's like kind of. They're not solely going on that,
Schools.
but they are saying,
Schools.
"Oh, well, if you catch COVID, I mean, what can we do for you?"
Oh, schools. Where did I've had COVID. I got it from my school.
I mean, I
So-
got sent home. I got sent home 3 times, and I've never contracted COVID.
I've been sent home once, I think,
Because of me.
because of you. I still don't get how I didn't get it, because I was walking
know.
to school with you every day. Like,
I didn't get how some of my mates got it when they were like, oh Christ, when they were sat
Jesus.
right next to me.
Liam's computer's just died.
Yeah, boy.
I don't
No,
know.
it's not
How long have we been going for?
a time.
Luke.
Luke.
Probably about 20 minutes, I think. 20, just a bit over 20 minutes.
Go
Alright.
on, go on,
I don't actually tell you what time. We'll just end it now if you want.
Yeah, can do.
Yeah.
So, concluding episode 47. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If it doesn't hurt you too much,
In
please.
this 46, in this 48.
No, I thought it's Christ.
No, it's 47.
Wait, 47. 47. It's 47.
All right, it's
I've
47.
got the podcast channel
If,
there. It's 47.
If you will take some time out of your day, please go to the link in the description, click on it,
See
go
you.
give us a rating on Apple Podcasts, go listen to us on Spotify, Amazon Music.
All of them. Just
Pinterest.
download us on all of them.
We're on about 7. We're on about 7 different things. Go follow us on Instagram. One link, everything on a chart.
Everything's there. Just press every single one.
It's the
And
future.
go through them all.
Right.
What
So
sick guy.
COVID can go do one. We don't like you here, and we'll see you guys in episode 48
See you in a
In a
bit.
bit, guys. See you later.
in a bit.
Yeah, you need to open your mind. Things like this will happen all the time. Don't let these little things change your mind. Please don't think that I'm not listening when you say how you're feeling. I know, yeah, I can see your side of it, and I know you're tired of this. Yeah, but you deserve better and you know it.